children? How pervasive these evils are in red America.
Sky 7 over the scene of what police are now calling a double homicide.
For the first time, California Governor Gavin Newsom has publicly acknowledged that he is open to a run for the White House.
In LA, homelessness has jumped 16% in a year. Half of Americans living on the streets are in California.
Folks, gather round. This is not your typical political rant. This is a family intervention. Because right now in the great state of California, once the golden dream, now the golden dependent, we have a governor playing daddy to millions. And let me tell you something, my friends. Gavin Newsom is the worst daddy in America. He's not the fun dad who throws the ball around. He's not the strict dad who teaches you responsibility. No. He is the helicopter nanny state daddy who says, "Here, little voter, let big government wipe your bottom, feed your ambitions, and tuck you into eternal dependency." And he's doing it with a smile, a perfectly gelled, hairsprayed haircut, and your tax dollars. Free diapers, folks. That's the latest gem, one of the latest gems, I should say, from May 2026. Governor Hair Gel announces the Golden StateStart program. First in the nation, he brags, handing out 400 free diapers to every newborn leaving the hospital. 40 million diapers, 20 million bucks. This is what affordability looks like, he says, holding up a box like it's the Holy Grail. Affordability? Buddy, if California wasn't taxed, regulated, and cost of living crushed into the dirt by your policies, parents could buy their own stinking diapers at Costco for a fraction of what you're spending. You're paying 50 cents a diaper when normal people get them for 15. That's not compassion, Gavin. That's government inefficiency with a side of virtue signal. You're not saving families. You're branding them as wards of the state from day one. Welcome to the world, kid. Uncle Gavin's got your butt covered. Imagine the scene at the hospital. Mom's exhausted. Dad's holding the baby. I've been there. I have 2 kids. And some bureaucrat rolls up. Congratulations. Here's your starter pack from Sacramento. Don't worry about raising this child. The collective will handle the messy parts. And this is classic liberal fatherhood, folks. Real dads teach self-reliance. Nanny Newsom teaches reliance on handouts. And it's not just diapers. Oh, no. Dig deeper. Free pre-K. Universal transitional kindergarten, expanded under Newsom to all 4-year-olds. That sounds so nice, right? High quality, early learning, except it's crowding out private daycares and preschools left and right. Private operators can't compete with free. Families flock to the taxpayer-funded option, even if it's only half day and lower quality in many cases. What's the result? Well, preschools are closing by the hundreds, 167 just in LA County alone. You got empty classrooms, teachers laid off, wait lists gone, and you've got infant care spots vanishing because these places can't pivot fast enough. One preschool owner in Elk Grove stares at empty playgrounds every day, thinking about shutting down. She offers full daycare, something public TK doesn't, but parents choose free over better. That's not expansion. That is government monopoly by subsidy. You are killing competition, choice, and the private innovators who actually responded to what parents wanted. And you know what? While we're at it, free lunches at school. California, first in the nation again with universal meals, free breakfast and lunch for every kid TK through 12th grade. No questions asked. Hundreds of millions poured in every year. No child goes hungry, they say. Great. Except now the state isn't just changing diapers and teaching your toddlers, it's feeding your entire family 3 squares a day. Mom and dad? You're just the Uber drivers dropping them off at a government cafeteria. Real families pack lunches as bonding time. They teach nutrition and responsibility. But what's Newsom's vision? Line them up, feed them all, bill the taxpayers. Another brick in the wall of you don't have to parent. We got this. Now let's get real about what a good parent actually teaches versus what Gavin Newsom and his Sacramento machine are shoving down everyone's throat. A good parent teaches reality. Boys are boys. Girls are girls. Biology is not bigotry. They teach kids to face the world as it is, not as some activist fantasy says it should be. They teach hard work, delayed gratification, personal responsibility. You fall down, get up. You fail, learn. You want something, earn it. They teach values rooted in family, faith, and truth, not the latest gender studies pamphlet from the teachers union. They protect their children, guide them through confusion, and stand as the ultimate authority in their kids' lives. What does Gavin teach? Dependency, confusion, and betrayal of parents. Through his beloved universal pre-K and school system, now stuffed with your free diapers, free lunches, and free indoctrination, he pushes the idea that the state knows better than mom and dad. Exhibit A, I give you. Newsom signed AB 1955, the so-called Safety Act. This gem bans schools from requiring teachers to tell parents if their kid wants to change pronouns, names, or identity as the opposite sex. Schools keep it secret. Staff get protected for hiding it. Even the feds called it a FERPA violation. Parents, believe it or not, have a right to their kids' education records, but Gavin Newsom says, nah, the state gets to play secret keeper with your child's body and mind. That's not parenting. That's grooming by government. A good dad says what? I will know what's happening with my son or daughter. Gavin Newsom says your kid can socially transition at school and we'll make sure you, the backward biological parent, are the last to know. If you know it all. While you're packing that free lunch, Sacramento is rewriting your child's identity behind your back. And the elite hypocrisy here is just rich. Gavin and his wife, partner, sorry, didn't mean to offend anyone, Jennifer Siebel Newsom, they love lecturing about teaching their kids. She took them on the Red State Tour, a field trip to civil rights museums in Alabama and such, to witness racism, sexism, and misogyny and bullying firsthand in those awful conservative places. Look, children, how pervasive these evils are in red America. Did they teach the kids the inconvenient truth? That it was Democrats who supported slavery, passed the Jim Crow laws, founded the KKK, fought the Civil Rights Act with filibusters, and ran the segregated South for a century? Or did they skip that history lesson while painting modern red states as the source of all evil? Meanwhile, their own son is a huge Charlie Kirk fan. The kid begged to meet him, Charlie that is, when he was alive. Stayed up asking when Charlie was coming. Newsom does the podcast with Charlie, chats relatively civilly, even nods on girls' sports. But he won't let his son actually meet the guy whose ideas he likes. He can't risk, real opposing thought without the scripted racism safari first, I suppose. And get this, Newsom himself admitted his kids didn't want him to run for president. His son texted him straight up, I'm too young. You need to spend more time with us.
And my son, Romy, it was very powerful, texted me a few months ago when there was some headline that suggested that I had made some decision. And he goes, Dad, are you running president? I said, no, we'll do the decision as a family. He goes, you can't. And I said, why? He goes, I'm too young. You need to spend more time with us. I mean, how do you deal with that one? I screenshot it. If I have my phone, I'd show you.
Newsom screenshotted it. He called it powerful. He said the decision would be a family one. Yet here, Governor Hairgel is clearly positioning, traveling, and keeping the 2028 speculation alive. Talk about bad daddy priorities. He won't let his own son meet a conservative thinker, but he'll chase national power while his kids beg for more time at home. Do as I say, not as I do, with a side of family decision theater. That's not education. That's curated indoctrination with a side of coastal condescension. Good parents expose kids to reality and let them think. The Newsoms shield them from conservatives who might make sense while feeding selective outrage. Bad Daddy 101. Sorry to say. A good father says, I will prepare you for the world. Gavin Newsom says, I will remake the world so you never have to grow up, and I'll hide the remaking from mom and dad. Cradle to grave, diapers at birth, free pre-K that kills private options and starts the indoctrination early. Universal school meals, secret gender plans, and then college debt forgiveness talk, rent control. What next? Government provided depends and pronouns in old age? And while he's playing super dad with your money, California's got real problems only a dysfunctional family would tolerate. Massive budget deficits. Billions in the red despite all the tech billions and sky-high taxes. Homelessness exploding. Businesses and regular people fleeing to Texas and Florida like it's the new Oregon Trail. High gas prices, blackouts, regulations that make raising a family feel impossible without the state holding your hand. But sure, Gavin, hand out more free stuff. That'll fix it. You know what this really is? Totalitarian tenderness. Soft tyranny with a smiley face. The state is the ultimate parent, loving, caring, all-encompassing, and jealous of any competition, especially real moms and dads. Real families, independent parents, private businesses serving parents, tough, self-sufficient citizens, those are threats to the nanny state. Better to drive the competition out of business, make everyone a dependent from the crib. Now humor me for a second. Picture Gavin Newsom at a family barbecue. Hey kids, put down that ball, too risky. Here's a participation trophy, some state-funded snacks, your free lunch card, and if you feel like a different gender today, don't tell your parents. Big Daddy Gavin's got your secret. Meanwhile, the actual dads are paying for the charcoal and the whole stinking meal and wondering why their kids are so confused. Liberalism is a religion for people who don't believe in God but still need a higher power. Gavin's built his own little church, the Cathedral of Dependency. Tithe your income via taxes. Confess your privilege if you're white. Receive your sacraments, free diapers, free pre-K that killed the private guys, free lunches, secret gender files, free guilt if you question it. And don't forget his own family optics. The guy lives in a bubble, wine country, fancy restaurants while lecturing the rest of us on sacrifice. During COVID, he was caught at the French Laundry while the peasants ate restrictions. Rules for thee, but not for me, the benevolent father. And of course, the punchline in all of this is that it's not sustainable. California's flirting with fiscal reality checks, deficits mounting, people leaving, private sector getting squeezed, including those wonderful preschools that actually innovated. But the machine keeps churning out programs that sound compassionate and do the opposite. Trap people, grow government, erode the family and civil society. Real fatherhood, Gavin, builds strong individuals who don't need perpetual government parenting. It teaches this: work hard, save money, raise your own kids, choose your own schools and meals, know what's happening in their lives, fail, learn, get up. Newsom's vision? A giant daycare where everyone's safe, equal, and equally mediocre. All on your dime with fewer choices and more secrets every single year. Americans, especially Californians who haven't bailed yet, it is time to grow up. Tell Governor Newsom, thanks but no thanks. We'll buy our own diapers, support our private preschools, pack our own lunches, know what's happening with our own kids, teach our own values, and raise them without your permission slips, secrets, or participation boxes. The nanny state isn't loving, it's smothering. It's not progressive, it's regressive, turning adults back into dependents and driving good businesses into the ground. This is Jerome with the Daily Signal, and this has been your no-holds-barred reality check. Gavin Newsom, bad daddy, terrible role model. And if he ever runs for higher office, remember the diapers, the closed preschools, the free lunch lines, and the secret gender files, because that's what he'll leave the country with, a mess and a bill for cleaning it up.